What is going on YouTube? We are back with episode 5 of our Saskatoon Blizzard NHL expansion team. And in the last video, we left off on a sour kind of note and an absolutely heartbreaking Game 7 loss to the Chicago Blackhawks in the round 1 of the playoffs. But you know, we're kind of lucky to be making the playoffs anyways in our first year. And part of me honestly didn't want to do that good so we could maybe get a better draft pick. And since we barely even squeaked in, part of me wants to head into year 2 with the rebuild mentality. Is it even like rebuild? Like we haven't really built yet, you know, it's only year 2. But I mean, a record of 44, 32, and 6 in our first season is pretty solid. And we are second in the Central Division, which is, you know, crazy. I mean, we only had 94 points. It was a pretty weak division, I guess. Big Gustav Borzing on the back end did lead the way. But honestly, heading into the offseason in the draft, I really think I want to take this team and absolutely tank them. I think it's time to try and round up some draft picks, think about the future here, and see what we can get into in this offseason here. If you guys enjoy these kind of videos, make sure to hit that like button, leave a comment below if you think the Edmonton Oilers are going to turn their season around. Hit that subscribe button for more. And where we left off from the last video, we actually did do the entry draft. If you want to go see that, click this link up here. I hope something shows right up here somewhere. Okay, now it's time to head into the resign phase. Quick look at the guys that are UFAs. Now we got Beauvillier, Evans, Jeannot, Barber, and Simmons. We got the Wayne train. We got to resign him, obviously. And honestly, I don't know if I want to keep any of these guys around. In the RFA situation here, we got a lot of big pickups though. Well, you know, not a crazy amount, but you know, some guys I really do want to keep around. Most importantly, Capo Caco. He's up to an 86 overall here. He's only 23 years old. I think he could be a big part of the future, so that's one guy I think we're gonna hang on to. And we got guys like Ty Smith, 24 years old, Bolduc, who's 23 with solid potential. Probably want to keep those guys around as well. And Ridley Gregg here, he's got top 6 potential. He's only 21. I'm gonna get to signing some of these guys. Caco wants a 3 years at 5.125 million here. I will actually kind of like that, but I want him for longer, so I might give him 5 years here. Let's give him 5 years at about 5.5 here and see what he says. Obviously, we got to sign our first rounder here. He went 23rd overall the rest of the draft. Got Matt Steen, top 6 potential. He's only 65 right now. He'll be fine though. One thing we have a kind of a surplus of right now is defensemen that are like 28, 29 here and pretty decent. And you know, I think it's time to just get rid of these guys. We have Forsling, Severson, and Marino signed to decently long contracts here, and I think we could get quite a decent haul for them. Hopefully we can pick up some first rounders or whatnot. I really want to try and get something good going into the next year here though. Guys we can keep around are going to be Christensen here. He's our one of our top picks in our first entry draft there. All right, I offered a ton of contracts right there, so let's see if everyone accepted. Sandberg is back. Tim Costin's back. Oldick wants more money. Aka wants more money. Ridley Gregg is back. Nate Smith is back. Smith is back. Jeannot's back. Beauvillier is back. I signed him. I'm probably going to trade him though, okay? Eric Pilon's back. Tyler Benson's back. Nikolai Nizov is back. Tyler Tucker's back. Barber's back. Borgstrom's back. Vesalainen's back. Ruchterlainen's back. Signed Derek Cullen here. I think he was one of our draft picks. And another draft pick. Matt Steen, our first rounders here. Not too much to deal with now. I didn't touch on goalies here. We got Spencer Knight. We got Swayman. We have Dostal still in net. 3 really good goalies. Dostal needs a contract here. Looking like he doesn't want too much this year, but he does want a one-way deal, and I think one of Knight or Swayman is gonna have to go here. I'm gonna give Dostal about what he wants though here. I think when we get into the free agency here, Swayman's probably gonna get traded. He's a little bit older than Knight, and I think Knight can be our goalie of the future here while we're going into the rebuild. But then we have Knight and Dostal, who are both obviously elite and young goalies about the same age. Not sure what route to go there. Could get rid of one of them and get some really good pieces though. All right, we gotta keep trying to get Caco back though. I did try and offer him a 5-year deal there, 5.5, but I'm gonna give him like a 5-year. He wants 5.875, so let's give him 5 years at 5.875, right where he wants here. He's in RFA still. Let's see what he says. Dostal is re-signed. Got Bolduc back, and we got Caco with that contract right there. Wade Allison back as well in case we need some depth. Not too sure what the lineup's even gonna look like going into the next year if we're gonna trade a bunch of guys away. Here's a look at the trade block. I got all these guys up there right now, and honestly I'm probably gonna get rid of all of them. You can get a lot of value out of these guys, all on pretty long contracts though. Seems crazy to get rid of them, but I love tanking, you know. It's one of my favorite things to do on this game. Oh man, but we're going into free agency and there's some absolute studs available, man. We could pretty much make an insane team just on free agency here. Maybe I should just sign Victor Hedman. That one's 15.4 million a year. Oh, Mitch Marner or Mikko Rantanen, I don't know. Now all of a sudden I'm thinking about different options here. First order of business for me though, I think, is to get rid of some of these guys and load up on draft picks. So we got Forsling right here for Arizona's 1st and 2 seconds next year, and we got it. You know, I'll take that for that. I hope Arizona does really bad. You know, maybe I should have hung on to some guys at the trade deadline and see where everything's at. We're just doing it now. Like I always say, dude, I should never be a GM in any, in any league of importance. All right, the next to go, we got to get rid of Stevenson and Severson here, I think. Package deal. Stevenson and Severson for a first, a second, a first, and a second. For the next 2 years here. I don't know, is this reckless? Well, I'm reckless. Actually surprised that one got accepted, but it did. Wow, I just, it's weird. I just traded a couple guys that I thought I might keep around forever. Stevenson, I really thought might be, on the team forever. If we don't remember, we got Matthew Savoie here. Savoie? I don't know how to say his name properly, but I think he's going to be our #1 centerman in a couple years. Stevenson's out. He's going to be in. Casey Middlestat better step up as #2 center here, I guess, for at least for the next year. All right, our roster's looking really bad, but I got Jakub Vrana here. I don't think I want to keep him around either, as well as Tuvo Teravainen. I think they're both gonna go next. And how about Beauvillier as well? Little package deal here. And if I can get a bunch for these three, I'll feel really good about it. Then I'm gonna have to sign some free agents because if you take a look over at our salary hit, if we get rid of these guys, I think we might be a little bit under the minimum. I'm just gonna sign some guys to, $20 million 1-year deals. How do we think about this? We got Chicago's next 2 first rounders. I don't know why Chicago wants all these guys, but I think this might actually work here. I feel like Chicago's next 2 first rounders could be really big. It should suck. I'll throw a second in there just to test it. Yeah, they don't want to give up that second. Yeah, they didn't want to give up the first year. Let's go with first this year, a second this year, and a second next year. Oh, I don't know what it is. All these guys don't want 3 decent left wingers or what? Kind of looks outrageous now that I look at it. Let's split them up a little bit. How about this? Teravainen for a first, a second, and a third from Pittsburgh. Ew. What a first and a second. Ew. First and a third. Yes, Teravainen for a first and a third from Pittsburgh. I think Pittsburgh might suck, so I'm banking on it. All right, who's going next? Vrana, you're on the block. All right, I just got Beauvillier and Vrana for a Boston and a bunch of picks. The thing is, I didn't really get any players in return for any of those trades. I don't know who's going to be on the roster this year, okay? But I'm absolutely cooking over here. You guys don't even, I'm not even going to show you all the stuff I'm doing over here, but we're in the lab right now. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, we won't know for a while. I don't know who gave me the reins, though. I almost forgot about the whole goalie situation here. Jeremy Swayman's up next. That'd be the last big trade that we make here in the offseason. Look at this. We got 5 first rounders in the draft coming up. 3 second rounders. I mean, we're also, we're pretty much an AHL squad at this point. If I need to trade all 5 of my first round picks this year for that first overall pick, I'll do it. I'll do it. All right, I made a deal. I gave up a Swayman in a second for the Toronto Maple Leafs first rounder this year. Just hope they suck, I guess. And Chicago had it, so we got it from Chicago. Whatever, deals are done. Now I gotta quickly go look at our depth charts or whatever on the roster now, because I have no idea what we're looking like. Our roster was lacking on the right side on the back end here. I'm just going to try and grab Connor Timmins here on a 1-year deal to fill out our back, our defensive end. But, he's not too good, so, we don't want to win any games. I'm just shopping around here, and I see this Ishkakagov guy. 23, he's a centerman. He's got top 6 low potential. I'm gonna pick him up. I'm gonna try and scoop him up on a minor league deal here. We got some roster spots to fill out, anyways. Hey, so we got Connor Timmins. He accepted the offer. We pulled in our other right shot defenseman that we needed. I'm happy with that. We got Ishkakov. I signed a couple other random guys too. Justin Trudeau's kid William here, I think. Got this goalie here. We need some AHL goalies now because we got we got Knight and Dostal up on the big leagues here, and then we got rid of Swayman. So we needed to fill out the AHL roster. Hold up, how do we feel about this trade-off we just got from Buffalo? Peyton Krebs, who I'm a big fan of, obviously, as he needs to be re-signed, it looks like there. For a 4th, a 5th, and Danforth, he must be a restricted free agent, so he should be easy to sign. Taking a quick look here, he can play center and left wing, which I really like. I think I might take this deal. He's still really young. He's only 23, top 6 potential. I think I like this. Danforth is useless for a 4th and a 5th, whatever. How many times do you get a good pick in there? You have a ton of draft picks coming up. Taking Krebs. Done. And he's accepting our qualifying offer right away, so he is on the roster. Done deal. Be happy with that. He's in ticket drives over. We sold a decent amount, 100% would have been better, I guess. That's, that's not my area of expertise. Passed one of our goals, failed one of our goals. Fan happiness needed to be 89. That's on me. Owner's got new goals for us here. Looks like the state of the team is a seller, but we already sold. Wants us to keep us in the player budget. He wants us to earn a profit of whatever, 4 something million there. Win our regular season home opener. Win on the road, 11 road wins, and upgrade the parking lot at the arena. All right, a really important moment right here. It's time to assign the captains and the assistant captains. I don't know if this team is ready to have an actual captain, but Capo Caco's been a great guy in the locker room, I think. AC Middlestad has been as well. They're young, but these guys have been leaders here. Ridley Gregg is wearing 69 on his jersey. I didn't choose that, but I like it. I'm going to leave it. And I think I'm going to give the last letter to Christensen, our up-and-coming young D-man. He's only like 19, 20, but you know what? This kid deserves it. You tell how hard he works. Great, you know, great locker room guy. He's getting that last A. We got 3 A's. And now it's time to see what the lineup looks like here. This is what the head coach has set up for us. Our top line of Yamamoto, Middlestat, and Kako. Second line, we got Sonny Milano, Peyton Krebs, and Artur Kaliev. Third line's a bit of a drop-off. We got some bangers on it, though. We got Tanner Jeannot, we got Ridley Gregg, and we got Wade Allison. Some even more bangers on the fourth line with Big Ryan Reeves, Nate Smith, and Tim Costin. Back end looking pretty weak. We got Ty Smith and Martin Christensen on the first pair. Got Big John Marino, and I don't know why Jeremy Lazon's in here, but I'm going to get rid of him. And the young kid here, Sam Bolduc, is coming in. We got Harley and Timmins on the third pair. Not very good, but you know, that's what we're going for right now. Actually really young on the back here. And then in net, we got Spencer Knight and we got Lucas Dostal. Both are really good goalies. Knight's up to an 89 overall coming in this year. And Dostal's up to an 83. And just like that, the preseason is pretty much over. Here we got one more game against Colorado here. Let's see how it goes. In a 6-4 loss, whatever. Capo Caco led the preseason with 7 points in 8 games. He's gonna have to have a big year here. He's about our only, you know, player that is any kind of decent overall even. Quick look at the AHL lineup here though. We got Savoie on the first line. He's up to a 79 coming into the year. Hopefully he can come up during the regular season sometime maybe for us this year. But for now, I'm gonna leave him down here, even though it says you know, his role does say depth, and so he could probably come play on the big squad. And I gotta get Matt Steen here, our first rounder in the AHL, setting the lineup here. I'm gonna have him on the third line there, and playing a decent amount of minutes, I hope. Other than that, we don't have any prospects in the AHL or in general right now, and that's why I really wanted to load up on draft picks going into the next couple of years here, because obviously we're a brand new franchise. Just don't got any prospects. Anyways, after an exciting offseason, a lot of, you know, here, this and that and whatnot. I know, you know, it's a little bit of a slower video usually this part of the season, but it's one of my favorite things and favorite parts of the whole process is dishing away big trades and starting from the bottom. That's why I like doing the expansion draft anyways. Well, let's see how we do in the first game of the regular season here against Seattle, just to see how we're at. And just like that, we're 1-0 on the season with a 3-1 win. I mean, this isn't really what I'm aiming for, but I guess, you know, we can win the first one. I'll allow it. The Kaliev had 2 goals there on the game. John Marino, Ryan Reeves had a goal as well. Holy. Take a quick look at the rest of the guys that got points there. Well, you know what? Now I just got let's just keep simming game by game here, and we'll go until we lose a game. How about big one coming up against Vegas right here? Just like that, you know, the Sask Blizzard, we are 2-0 with a 4-3 win over Vegas here. Like, we're the best expansion team. A lot of guys getting 1 point in that game right there. A lot of them. But we already got our first injury of the year. Connor Timmins is out, mild concussion till October 21st. Not too long. On his third player, Nikolai Nizov is going to take over here. Let's see if we can make it 3-0 against Carolina. This tank is not starting very well, is it? I don't know what to tell you. We just won 1-0. Kaliev with the winner. Currently 3-0. I got nothing. Kaliev leading the way. He's got 3 goals in 3 games. Can we make it 4-0 against Washington here? No, we cannot. 4-2 loss. And this is where we fall off, I hope. One more look at the stats here. You know, points have been really spread out for this roster, which is, you know, it's just kind of what I was hoping for, I guess. And Ryan Reeves put points up, though. Not having much fun in Toronto this year, is he? All right, we got a little taste into the regular season here, guys, but I'm gonna stop it there. Next video, we'll get through the rest of the regular season. Appreciate y'all watching, guys. If there's any moves that you think was super stupid of me, let me know below in the comments, as always. But I'm excited for the draft next year now with all those first rounders that we got. I hope all the ones that we picked up, all those teams absolutely do horribly, and I hope we can do horribly too, because, you know, this 3-1 start's got me a little bit worried, but we got 78 games left. Also, I want you to leave a comment below for the next video, though. This is for the next video. Who is going to be the leading scorer on this team here? I'll give you a quick look right here, though, but I'm gonna put my bet on Capo Caco in the end here. I'm just gonna go with him. I think he's gonna pull it off in the end. If you think someone else is gonna jump out, let me know. Who knows what this roster will look like by the end of this season? Maybe it'll be a defenseman. We don't really got much offense back there, though, let's be honest. Even our big dog Christensen here, he's a defensive defenseman. Great kid, though. If you're curious to see what PP1 is, we don't have a defenseman on Power Play 1. Going 5 forwards, the way I like to do it. Anyways, we're calling it there, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Make sure to like the video, too, okay?